going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys already know, the other day we went ahead and covered the patch notes for the brand new update that just went ahead and dropped. And again, I want to thank each and every one of you guys who tuned into the live stream of us reviewing the update as well. I really appreciate it. And if you guys want to tune in today, I will be live again over on Twitch. Got a link to that channel down in the description of this video. Those streams start at around 12 p.m. Eastern time, and we will be going even further into this update, testing out more stuff, and also continuing the grind for the final camo within XDefiant. I think all we got to do now is marksmen's, snipers, and secondary. So if you guys want to see me suffer a bit while I try to camo grind, by all means, tune into the live stream today. But in today's video, I want to give you guys an overall review of how this update turned out. And I'm not going to sugarcoat absolutely anything, guys. This update is absolutely phenomenal, and the developers completely knocked it out of the park. Now, for today's gameplay, I'm not going to cherry pick anything. That's what I typically do. As you guys know on this channel, I like to post the best of the best footage so I can play for hours and end up maybe getting like one gameplay, because I have a very, very, very strict outlook on what gameplay I should post on this channel. But today I don't really care. I want to showcase to you guys sweaty matches, good competitive players, people who can actually land their shots completely. I want to show you the real experience while I'm also using the Phantom class here, so you can see the overall, adjustments made to this class. But the reason I wanted to give you guys a sweaty game is so you can really see how the netcode is working now. Because again, if I'm versing a bunch of people who aren't shooting back, what's the point? But individuals who are landing their shots consistently, now that's going to really showcase to you guys if the netcode is good or bad. And let me tell you guys something, it is so freaking phenomenal. I have played for a good 3.5 to 4 hours. I traded maybe 3 times. 3 times. And it's all because I switched back to the marksman rifles. So it seems that the marksman rifles and maybe the sniper rifles might have some problems still when it comes to that, but every single time that I use a fully automatic weapon, it was just phenomenal. Now, again, I have to make this very clear. I'm not talking for everybody's experience. I've heard from many people saying that everything is much worse right now after the update. But again, from my personal experience, from what I played myself personally, it is just a night and day difference. My shots are connecting. I'm no longer trading. The engagements feel extraordinarily solid. The only thing that feels a bit behind is I still get shot around corners, which kind of sucks still, obviously. But again, one of the biggest netcode changes that is going to be coming this season is going to be probably around mid-season, to where they're going to be trying to transfer packets faster, which should automatically resolve this issue. I know everybody keeps giving the developers crap, and it's hilarious because every step of the way they keep improving it, right? They went from ghost bullets to trading. People complain. They fixed the trading. People complain. And I guarantee that once they fix getting shot around the corners and stuff like that, and they do another netcode update, people are going to find something to say about it. But if you want a real legitimate answer, the netcode started off rough, and it has indeed improved over time. These developers are putting in work, and they're doing it correctly. Now, we're literally one step away. Once those packets can transfer fast, and we can get more, legitimate engagements going on here, we are in for a frickin' treat, ladies and gentlemen. But let's go ahead and move over to the Phantoms topic, because this is probably the juiciest, nerf that this community has been waiting for a long time. Getting the Phantoms to a more consistent spot that doesn't break the flow of combat. Because as we all know before, with 120 HP, it was almost like you were forced to switch weapons around or attachments around just to compensate. But now, with this changed HP status, they should still feel like they could be tanky. They should still feel like, they could take bullets. But for an SMG player that can close the gap on a Phantom, not an SMG player, cross the mapping someone. No, none of that noise. I'm talking about when the SMG player can indeed make the gunfight go in their favor, or even something like the LVOAC. Has it improved with the Phantoms going to 115 HP? Yes, the gunfights feel tremendous, and also playing as a Phantom player isn't bad. I was worried that the movement reduction would make them feel a little bit too sluggish, especially in a game that's as fast-paced as XDefiant, but realistically, they aren't slowed down that much. You will notice it. Trust me, you will notice it, but realistically, for a skilled player, over half the time, they're pulling out their secondary to move around the map fast, so it's not really going to affect you as much. I think that it's the perfect in-between. And also, the regen delay isn't that bad. I was telling everybody, don't get your panties in a twist. Don't get them in a bunch, because, everybody's freaking out that the Phantoms are going to be useless. And I was thinking to myself, it's not even that bad of a change. By the looks of it, it's very minuscule. They should still be very effective, just slightly tweaked to make it, once again, a better flow throughout combat. And that is exactly how this is handled. Now, I don't know if they're going to be touching anything else. I have no clue, but realistically, I'll be real with you guys, I'm not too salty with how they are in their current spot. But again, that's only a day's worth of testing. I'm going to further test this today on stream. So again, if you guys want to check that out, I have a link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. We are going to grind out a ton of Phantom gameplay, and I'm going to be hopefully, versing a bunch of Phantoms as well. And I do want to hyper-focus using SMGs against the Phantoms to see if I can still keep my consistency up. But with the first day of testing, it felt absolutely phenomenal. And it didn't feel like the Phantoms were absolutely destroyed, if that makes any type of sense. But ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to gameplay changes, this right here is probably my favorite of them all. This comes from a post by Cryptical over on the Reddit board saying Reflex Sight comparison, where he went ahead and compared how the Reflex Sight works, once again before this update, and after they tuned everything. And finally, the bullets are absolutely on point. You no longer have to worry about bullets straying away from where the center of your reticle actually is. So basically, what you're shooting at is going to be what you connect with, which will definitely 1010% help with the inconsistent feelings of, putting yourself into gunfights. That plus the trading and the necker, all those things combined made it really rough. But now, my God, the gunplay feels so unbelievably smooth. Now, I don't believe this is for any of the iron sights at all. This is just for, strictly your reflex sights. But man, oh man, I use red dots on pretty much all my guns, so this was a problem that a lot of us have been dealing with since day one that a lot of people adapted to. But I'm telling you, it's weird because it doesn't feel like it's like too crazy of a change, because it wasn't like drastically bad beforehand, right? It wasn't like it was the end of the world. It wasn't that horrible. But you could definitely tell a difference in the connectivity with your gunfights when using a reflex sight on your weapon. So once again, this is a huge one right here. But other than that, there was a few, again, minor tweaks, like with the black screen. They definitely increased the time that you can get out of the black screen when you back out of game, so I'm thankful for that. They also tweaked the GSK faction so you can blind, Phantoms through their shields now with the, the GSK ult, which is, huge. I gave it a go, and yes, indeed, it does work. If a Phantom player puts down, their drop shield, obviously, if you flash it, the people behind it are going to get flashed too, which allows you to get a lot chunkier pushes, which is a good thing. So, overall, I'm happy. I'm sad that we couldn't get the audio changes this update, but that's coming with 2.3, so not too salty. I'm assuming it's going to be in probably 2 weeks maybe. It's not going to be the next upcoming week, so the week after is what I'm assuming here. And also, once again, I have to mention this. There's still one big problem within this update, although a lot of the changes are pretty dang positive right now, and I am enjoying this update. The new camo still doesn't work, and they aren't addressing it. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes right now, but nobody's talking about it, and I've seen people, talk about it many of times. I made a few videos discussing it. I never really put it in the title or anything, so it wasn't anything direct, but I'm hoping that maybe a dev can hear it here, and who knows? Maybe they know behind the scenes and they're working on it currently. But I'll be real with you, I think it's unacceptable for a brand new camo to come into the game, and we're 2 updates deep. We're in update 2.2, and people still can't use the brand new camo, and there's still no word on it. That has to be fixed, whether it's going to be a hot fix or it's coming within 2.3. But if it doesn't drop in 2.3, there's going to be a very serious problem. Do you know how many people right now are grinding for this camo who actually have it obtained that can't use it on anything besides Season 1 and Season 2 weapons? I'm really hoping that this gets resolved, but overall, again, the update was solid. When it comes to the actual gameplay and performance of the game, this was an absolutely huge update. And trust me, I know not everybody's update is running smooth. Some people are having some issues, performance isn't working the best for some. But I know there's going to be tons of individuals who are not going to acknowledge the work that the devs have done and are just going to, blindly hate on the game. That's probably one of the biggest issues with XDefiant, is that you have tons of people who probably don't even bother with this game, who just spout so much nonsense, like they know what's going on. I see so many people saying that the devs haven't done anything. I mean, if you've been playing since day one, and you watch all my content, I can literally pull you up all my XDefiant videos and show you how much the devs have done since day one, all the fixes, all the changes. Yet sadly, guess what? They never get any props. It's either, you prove to all these people, these losers who want to spout nonsense, that they have fixed stuff, and you give them actual evidence, and then they say, oh, well, they don't know how to do anything. It took them this long to do it, so they don't know how to develop a game. or they ignore the fact and they continue to spew out lies saying that the devs, they haven't fixed anything and it's taking too long and they just haven't resolved any problem within this game, which once again is a straight up lie. I feel horrible for these devs, but realistically, they have indeed been putting in work, and it's been great to watch. It's been fun to watch, and it's just been a blast to enjoy the overall, cycle of this game and be a part of the process. But ladies and gentlemen, go down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this overall update. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Tell me your overall experience. I'm curious what you guys think about the Phantom changes. What do you think about the netcode changes? And also the black screen. I wonder if anybody has noticed the black screen. Has it improved? Has it gotten worse? I've heard a mixed bag so far, but for me, it hasn't gotten worse. It seems like it's gotten a bit quicker. But again, I want to know what you guys think down below. But as always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time. And don't forget, guys, we are going to be testing a little bit further into this update today over on Twitch. So if you guys are interested and want to hop into my open lobbies, by all means, I got a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you all next one. Peace out.